Okay. All right. We're just missing someone that's supposed to be on tonight, but that's okay. That is okay. So, you guys, I am so excited for tonight. Hold on. I hate having to admit everybody because I never look at this chat. So, anyway, just so if anybody is on here watching this later, I am not Kelsey Thornton. I wish I was, but I'm not. I'm Tracy Joe Rose, and Aaron and Kelsey have entrusted me to lead tonight's Zoom. And I am freaking excited about it because social media training is what I am all about. If you want anybody that's going to teach you on this, it's going to be me, because I've done it twice. I've done it twice. And hold on, I'm still admitting people. Okay. So here's the deal. Well, let's just back up because Aaron said go over announcements first. I'm not big on announcements. We all watched the Zoom last night. If you didn't watch it, you better start hopping on these things. That's your first tip. You got to start hopping on these things. All the notes have been shared in Road to VIP. I'm sure your team page has them on there as well. But there are a couple things that I do want to mention on it. I'm not going to go over all of them because that's not what we're here for. But a couple of things I want to mention on there is that 14 Easy Challenge. You guys get on that because you can win stuff. All the info's on the notes. So go over there and read it. You just hashtag and do your 14-day challenge thing. So the other thing I want to mention too, when they were doing that last night, it brought to my attention that a lot of people were like missing the boat on this 14 Easy pack. That is a freaking steal. And everybody's like whining because we don't have the big two anymore. Forget about the big two. The BB wasn't all that great anyway. So this is better. And when I started running the numbers, boys, I ran them last night. They're actually getting better deals without the pick two. So just get that out of your head right now. Okay. So I want to go over a couple packs so second tip, your second tip, go to your darn website. Go to your website because your website is going to be your best. It's like your Bible. It's like your Bible. So I went over there and looked at the packs because when I first looked at the packs, when they changed it, I seen the 129 and then I seen 180, 200, whatever. I stopped looking. I was like, oh, no, I'm not even going there. But I got back on there last night when Cammie was talking about that 14 Easy because I just ordered a cleanse. I love them. But the packs, you guys, let me tell you a couple of these packs. 2 gummies, TFX, 89 bucks. That's a pick 3 deal. Actually, it's better than the pick 3 deal because it's 89. So Janie and I were talking about this today. You can offer 2 gummies for 78 bucks, or you can offer the gummies and the TFX for 78 bucks and say, hey, you order that, I'll get you another bottle of gummies for $11. $11. See how easy that was? Easy peasy. The other packs that were on there were the smoothies, the cleanse, and the TFX for $129. The smoothie, the cleanse, and my absolute favorite, the Confianza. Confianza's for stress. We all need that. And it also helps with your belly fat. It does. It honestly does. And that pack is $125. Start promoting that stuff. So when we're giving you tips about your social media, start thinking about these packs. Super Reds and Greens for 73 bucks. I didn't even see that one. Smoothies, Reds and Greens, 125. Okay, here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. Your coffee and gummies on the pick 3. Sell them at the coffee and gummies for 92 bucks. If you push the TFX, add that on. That is what I say last night, Tay, 132. It's 132. That's cheaper than what the pick 2 was. The pick 2, pick 3 before. So it's actually cheaper for the coffee, gummies, and TFX. Now, here's the clincher. Because when we give you all these tips, you're going to be able to run this deal. When you're promoting that coffees, gummies, and TFX deal to somebody, you're going to, and I will share all this messaging in the chat when the other girls are talking. Still admitting people. When you're offering them that deal, 132, to lose the weight they want, you're going to send them another message and say, honestly, though, I can get you the same thing for $17 more. You can become a distributor. You're not locked into the 3 months. You can order whenever the hell you want, and you've got the option to make some money. That is how I've been rolling DT. So there's your biggest tip tonight. Okay. So I will share those messages in there. So announcements, go over to the announce. Oh, the other big thing I wanted to share on announcements, or Aaron would probably shoot me. The digital experience pack for conference, guys. If you're not going to conference with the road rallies or anything like that, if you didn't get the tickets for that, that's okay. They always offer something with these conference tickets, and it's a game changer. It literally changes your business. With the digital pack, which I believe, and if I'm wrong, I hope I'm not, I thought they said it was $79 for the digital pack. And what you get with that is you get into that incentives trip that they're going to be offering. Info's all on the notes. But you get 50% off any personal order that you have, which I like to give it out to, like, as a gift, a giveaway on my post or something. I'm going to draw one person who orders today. Out of everybody that orders, I'm going to give one person 50% off, and I give them my code. Then you also get 4 $20 off the LC's first order. You'll get 4 of those that you could offer to people, so you could do the same thing. Whoever orders today, I want to pick 4 people. I'm going to give you $20 off. So those are the deals that you get in with your with that digital experience pack. So highly recommend. I am not at my data. I bought extra data so I could be on this Zoom, so I hope I don't get cut off. I literally, you guys are worth that extra $14 of data that I had to spend, and I already used it tonight. So cross our fingers. So go get that digital ticket for the conference. It's, for one, you don't want to miss conference. That was what changed the game for me. I almost didn't even go because I counted myself out, and I went, and then I went triple diamond. So get on these training Zooms, go to conference, get on the digital conference, get with your team, find out, are they Zooming it somewhere? Do all that.
Check the waiting room really
that's
quick.
My biggest. Yeah, go ahead, Tay.
I was just going to say, will you check the waiting room really quick and just let people in?
I don't see anybody waiting.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, wait. I do. Sorry. The participants took up my waiting room screen. Okay. Keep an eye on that for me because I'll miss it. There's another one. Okay. So, okay. Refocus. So anyway, guys, again, I'm Tracey Jo Rose. I'm a triple diamond in the company. I've been in the business for 3 years. I'm not going to give you my whole story. Most of you have heard it, but I want to tell you, social media, I used to hate it. Like if I could have built an 8-foot wall around our farm, I would have. I didn't want to be around people. I wasn't on social media when I started this business at all. I was negative, and I created a social media account that had 5,000 friends on it. Okay. Then I lost it. Facebook took it away from me, and I lost it, and I had to start again. Do not recommend doing that. Do not create a new Facebook. Absolutely don't do that. Just get rid of the trash that's on your Facebook and start adding new friends, new positive friends. So that being said, the reason I love social media now is because when I started that new account, I wanted to prove to my team that you could absolutely create and grow that Facebook, any social media platform. You could grow it strictly from people that you met on the internet. So I'm almost, with this new account, almost to 5,000, and 90% of those people are people I met. I've never known before I started this Facebook. I met on social media by adding and interacting, adding. You have to. I'm going to share my tip, because what my tip is on this is going to lead into what the other 2 ladies have to share. Because if you're not doing what I tell you to do here, then it don't matter what they share with you, because nobody's going to see your stuff. So let's start from the beginning. You have got to be adding people. You have got to be adding new friends and getting intentional with adding your friends. Don't just go click, 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 add. You're going to get a bunch of junk. You're going to get a bunch of stuff that you're going to eventually have to go through. Um, I'll answer your question here in a second, Chrissy, where you're going to have to go through and be like, oh, why did I add this person? You know, if you don't have something in common with them or some kind of interest with them, they are not going to give 2 cents about your other posts. So your other post, which is what Bree's going to be talking about, is you still share who you are. You're going to be sharing who you are, and you're going to be dripping in the products. But if there is nobody there to see your posts or even care about them, then it doesn't matter if you got the bombest post up. Nobody's going to see it anyway. So you've got to be very intentional with your adding friends. So the way that I like to add friends, and I do this all day long. And when I'm standing at Walmart, I pick the longest line so I can add another 10 friends or interact. I purposely do that. A red light is 2 minutes. You know how many people I can interact with or add in 2 minutes? Yeah, you can do this all day long, all day long. So when you ask how many I add a day, I add all day long, all day long. So what I want you all to do tonight, I hope you have pen and paper out. I want you to look at your friends list today. And they should all be private. You don't want it to where everybody else can see your friends. Always have that private. But I want you to write down the number of friends that you have today. And this is what I do every morning. It's like a game to me. I look at my friends list. What number am I at? And then the next day when I look at it, let's say you're at 3,000. The next day you look at it, you're at 3,003. Will you send out a million requests? Okay. That's what I'm saying. You may be sending them out, but how many are accepting? Okay, so if I get a run where people aren't accepting, I need to reevaluate my Facebook. What are they seeing when they go to my wall? I need to go check and see. So my tip on that is I do my major adding in the morning after I put up like something inspirational. I just branded myself with an inspirational post in the morning, drinking my coffee, but it's mainly inspirational. And right after I do that, I just go steroids on adding and adding and adding. And then when I'm adding people, I'm going to their wall and I'm intentionally going to their friends list and looking, oh, that girl looks like I might like her. So I'll go to hers and then I'll add and I'll just go deeper and deeper and deeper. But I'm going to add them then. I always add after I put up a personal post, a personal non-product spammy post, or like the one I posted today about being with my grandbabies and getting to hang out with them. Yeah, I'll probably add after something like that because they're going to go to your wall. They're going to be like, who the hell is this? They're going to go to your wall. That's the first thing they're going to see is your last post. So if your last post was, hey, who wants to lose 30 pounds in 90 days? Or who wants to eat 2 gummies and lose some belly fat? I can tell you, I wouldn't accept you. I'd be like, oh, she just added me to sell to me, which is not the case. We're adding people so we can get to know them. They can get to know us. And then they may see something else that we're talking about. And then they've already liked you. They've already made the connection because you've been interacting. You've been interacting with them every day. So people. So then they're going to be more apt to ask you about the products or interested. But it takes time, and it takes time to build up that relationship, but consistency. So if you're going to be adding people, you better be staying consistent with your posting. Because if you're adding them and they don't have anything to see, you're only posting every couple of days, you might as well just forget adding people because they're not going to be interested. Does that make sense? So drop a 1 if you wrote down your number of friends that you have on your Facebook today. So what is today? Tuesday. So by Friday, challenge yourself. I want to have at least grown it by a certain amount. I want to grow it like, man, I want to grow it by like 1,000 because I'm going to be removing people at the same time. People that I come across. If you got negative people on your wall, get rid of them. Just get rid of them. Don't surround yourself with that kind of people. Okay. I am going to let Bree share from here, and then I'll chime in again at the end, and I'll share a Facebook 101 training that Tay and Casey and I did. I'm going to share the link to that because I'm not going to go into all the detail about looking at your Facebook and sprucing it up and the different tips we gave on that. I'm going to share the link in the chat So go watch it when you get a chance, and it will help you with some of these other ideas. But I want to introduce Bree. She is amazing. She does prayer zooms with us in the mornings. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you. I missed your prayer zoom last Friday. So she's going to share with us some of her tips, and then I'm going to introduce the next guest. So go ahead, Bree.
Hi guys, I'm Bree. I've been in the business. I looked up and it's been 4 years. That is crazy. I don't know. I hear everybody talking about like, well, for a few years and just time just flies. Didn't even think like 4 years and on Valentine's Day this year. That's crazy. But like, there's a lot. If you watch like my personal stories, like on Facebook and Instagram, like there's a lot that has happened in my life. I moved to DC last year. Unfortunately, I lost my dad in October, and I got engaged on Christmas and getting married, and I moved back to Atlanta. So it's been so crazy. But I say all that to say, I would call it like the revival of my business is that people are literally watching me on this 4-year journey. Like Tracy's amazing point is staying consistent with adding people and letting people get to know you. And I know that's very, very hard when you first join this business because I was like, I'm closed off. I don't want nobody to know who I am. I don't like people in my business, but to really be the most successful people in this business take us on a journey of their day, take us like on a journey of their life. Like when we get up in the morning, the first thing we do is get on our stories and we make coffee in the morning. And then now I can have like my stepdaughter in it and like she's making coffee and spilling things all over the place. And like people who have followed me all throughout when I joined, I was a senior in college, I think I was. Like showing like where I was and then where I'm at now, like how people are literally watching me pay off my debt because I'm posting. I'm not saying post like all your business, but I'm literally showing people through different stages of my life how this business is still very beneficial to me. Like as a college senior, I just wanted to put freaking gas in my tank. 2 years ago, I just wanted to put a down payment security deposit on a really nice apartment in the area that I really dreamed of. And then last year, I just wanted to get money to like move to DC. And then like now I'm moving to put a down payment on a save up for a house and get the wedding dress that I want and stuff like that. So people are literally seeing me in this process and I'm reposting and resharing like where I was and always being consistent and always telling my story. So it was so crazy because that's all I do now. I don't talk about anything else, but I consistently try. If I don't do anything else in this business, I am telling my story and being consistent with sharing my life, allowing every time, like Tracey says, like you're adding people, letting people know like who you are, letting them see your face. That is like very, very important in this business. And I would say the other day I went on my story and it talked about like, damn, I was able to quit my second job in college because I was able to make an extra few $100s a month off of this business. And I kid you guys not, I put like swipe left to change your life. Like, I don't know, like something. And I have like 5 potential distributors just interested because I was being real and vulnerable. And I'm like, I know a lot of like my personal friends and people that I know, family is watching my story between Instagram and Facebook. And you have to get out of like being shy and let people like know your story, like, and because that is what people resonate with the absolute most. And what I could really say is like sharing the good things in your testimony in this business is very, very, very important. Like but I'm really bold with this. Like sometimes like I would share like the downsides to this, like, but I'm still maneuvering through it. I'm still able to apply this to like my daily life. Like with my busy work schedule, I no longer work a regular like 9 to 3, which was awesome. I'm back to 12 hours a day, and how this business could really be incorporated during the long hours and the short hours, I think is also like so important because you're showing people like this business is still flexible, regardless if you're a stay-at-home mom, you're on the farm like Tracy Joe, or you're a former nurse like Taylor. Like this business is working for everybody. And it's so, so important to share your testimony, share with people what this business has done for you. I don't care if a $20 coffee sample, bought you Starbucks, or bought you those little venti specialty drinks that are like $7. Share that stuff. Like, share like the things that you were not able to do before, because I promise you guys, somebody feels that pain. Somebody feels that, like, well, dang, like I would love to like go and get like a venti pink drink. I don't know, like a venti pink drink and stuff like that. People want to do that stuff. Like right now, guys, we live in a world where income is not like extra income. A lot of people don't even know where to get it. And somebody said something on the prayer Zoom, and it just made me think like, wow, like I need to start like even praying more about this. Like, you know, just praying and being intentional about finding, like having God put people in your path to bless them with this business, if that makes sense. I'm so bad with phrases, but like just making sure we're being intentional every single day. Like I want to find somebody and bless them with this business, because I know what it did for me. I'm sharing my testimony every single day. Like, and not only just sharing the financial part, but the person that you've literally become in this process. Like, y'all, like I used to blow money, like just blow it. Like, but in the last year, like I know like Tay and everyone and Cheyenne Knox were like doing a lot of Zooms about how to like use your money properly. Like we could get money in this business, but if you can't spend $1 or save $1, you can't save $1 million. Simple. And I have literally went on my story just talking about like how I've been more financially responsible because of this business. Like it's blessed me with a lot of money, and I'm getting the resources and knowledge and the tools to know how to use this money. And everybody's like hyping me up on my stories, like, where can I sign up? Where can I sign up? Like just sharing the things that you love about this business is so important, y'all. Like it's so, so important. But that's all I wanted to share on what was on my heart. So
Thank you, Bree. That is actually so perfect, because everything that you just said, you have got to be sharing who you are. And you guys, I'm known as the old crazy cow lady. I'm a registered nurse. I got a degree. I was a nurse for 18 years. And people watched me freaking retire from that at age 50, and then start dipping around with cows and chickens and everything else. The thing about it, when she says you got to share you, when you started this business, you're still that person before you started this business. So why do you feel like you have to go from sharing who you are to nothing but products or biz op stuff? You can still share that stuff. You're going to drip it in. But if you're not sharing that stuff, these new people that you're adding are not going to know who you are or what you're about. So I had a conversation with somebody the other day that was new, and I even posted about it. I was like, I didn't even realize that that's what people thought, and I knew I needed to share a little bit more at times. So I did a video in my pajamas, muddy boots with chickens and cows, and said, "This is me," and in a hat, no hairbrush, nothing, and I was just flat out real. And the girl was like, "I thought you were this, way up here." So you've got to be sharing your other things. Like they don't want to know that you make $10,000 a month. They don't believe that. They want to know that I was able to swipe my card when I put gas in my truck and not have to sit there and go, "Wow, I hope it doesn't decline," or standing at the grocery, wondering if I'm going to be able to pay for my groceries, everything that I got. That's the stuff you want to be sharing. You want to stay to who you are, because had yeah, I love all these other leaders, and I would love to have their life, but it wasn't me. And if I went into this and tried to pretend to be like Taylor or Kelsey or Alyssa Marie or whoever, and tried to be this perfect blogger, my following, my friends they wouldn't have related. They would have, oh no, I probably would have lost people. They would have read it as, oh, she's totally one of those girls. Well, I wasn't going to be one of those girls. So don't be one of those girls. That's not what this business is about. This business is about why you joined. You all joined for a reason. You joined because you wanted to make an extra income. You wanted to do something different. I joined for extra coffee. I didn't join to retire from nursing and make 5 figures a month. That's not why I joined. But that's where I'm at today. 3 years later, that's what it can do. So you got to be sharing who you are. Stop. Don't try to change who you are. Don't try to have the best picture, the best filter. Don't use too much filter where it looks fake. Be you. Just be you, because that's what they're going to relate to. They're going to relate to that. Um, oh, somebody asked why. They asked why. If somebody asked why you added me, well, here's what I always say, and then I'm also going to share a message that Melanie Ship, my sister, gave me to use, that she uses after they accept your friend request, which it really just gets you in their inbox right off the bat. Not in their inbox offering product. It gets you in their inbox right off the bat. So then if you want a cold message or anything later, you've already been in their inbox. So, but what I do, what I say, and you guys do however you want. I used to say, well, it's pretty easy because Facebook's got those stupid little circles on everybody's little pictures. You could easily, I've got big thumbs. When they say, do I know you? I'm like, I don't know. Why do you ask? And they say, well, you sent me a friend's request. I'm like, I did? Oh, I see we've got a mutual friend. I must have been on her 11 on her wall. I see that she got married or something like that. I must have hit your picture or hit some kind of button. I got big thumbs. And then LOL. And they're like, oh, that's okay. I do that all the time too. And then they end up accepting it. If they don't accept it and they get real snippy, well, I don't want to be their friend anyway. So who cares? I go and I'm like, no problem. And I unrequest it. Or if you have kids, you can say, oh, I don't know. My kid was on there playing games earlier, probably added you, but nice to meet you. I used to say that all the time too. And so, I mean, just play it off. Don't look into that too much. And then I'll share the message that Melanie gave me to send. And it basically just says, hey, thanks for the ad back. I see we're in some groups together or we have mutual friends. Either way, I love creating the social media atmosphere I've got with people with positive mindset or the same mindset or something like that. But I'll share it in there so you can use it. But I would use it so when you get those notifications saying somebody accepted it, send them that message. Of course, make it your own, but send them that. And I get a lot of people that come back, and then we kind of end up getting in a conversation. So it's a great starter message. Melanie shared that with me. She was supposed to be on her sharing tips tonight, but it's her son's birthday. Happy birthday, Jeffrey. So she couldn't be on. So that was one of her tips. So the next person I want to introduce you to, sorry, that's why I can't watch the chat because I get distracted. I'm like a squirrel. I'm a squirrel. Okay, so the next person I want to introduce you to, this person, I'm just going to give you a brief background on her, and then she can kind of give you a brief background on since she's come back. So this girl is 26 years old. She got into this business because she was forced into it. She was signed up without even knowing it. She's my daughter. And I forced her into it. She didn't want to do it. I'm like, Janie, you've got young friends. It's cool. Just get into it. She was pregnant, going to college for her nursing degree, working as an ER tech with me in the hospital, and pregnant and doing all of that. And we ended up, I got her to do some of the business, and she had to quit her job. She needed to quit her job and focus on school. She had issues with her pregnancy. And so luckily this business provided that for her. So she quit her job, went strictly to school, and had her baby. This business, she became a double diamond during that time. Okay, she had her baby, took her nursing boards 3 days after having the baby. Very stressful. It's her first kid. And kind of just dove into her nursing career, which is good. That's fine. Hey, whatever. It'll bring you some money for a little bit, but not like what I can bring in. So I let her ride. But she had that extra check to carry her through. She had that extra check as a backup from this business. And she used it to pay for college. So she backed out of the business for a while, got into her nursing, got pregnant again, had her second baby. So now she's on baby number 2. Still watching her mom kill it with this business. Still I'm like, Janie, just post a hat for me. Would you just post a hat? Oh, mom, So I just started tagging her in it. Just started tagging her in all my posts to the point where it drove her crazy. Well, then with everything that's going on in the country, she got her second baby. She didn't want to make choices that she didn't want to make. She wanted to be home with her two babies. She realized how important that was. She didn't want to miss it because I got to watch the baby's first steps. I got to be there for all of that. She didn't. So that being said, she hopped on a prayer Zoom one morning out of the blue 2 months ago. Out of the blue, just hopped on one of my prayer Zooms and then jumped back into this business full force like a freaking fireworks, man. I mean, just blew me out of the water. I was like, what in the hell is happening? She just, something switched with her. She went PRN with her job and she has given this business 100%. She's freaking killing it on Reels and Reels, TikTok, Instagram. Her videos are freaking gold. Like I'm going and copying them and using them myself. Just freaking amazing. Her posts are amazing. They're from her heart. She shares her life. But she was able to jump back in this, and she's going back after her double diamond and going for triple and going for press. But she was able to do that because she watched me and she watched. So my tip from that is watch these other leaders. You don't have to post what they're posting, but watch what they're doing. That's how I learned to post. Everybody goes, oh, that post was badass. That was so good. Really? I copied and pasted the first 2 years of my in this business, copied and pasted from other leaders, made them my own and pasted. But after a while, your mindset starts to change and you start, becoming those posts. And then you start speaking from your heart. And that's what she's done. So I just wanted to give you a brief rundown on the background of who she is, and how she got here. Because I couldn't say she's a double diamond, even though she is, because everybody like, I never heard of her. I haven't seen it. But here she is. So I'm going to let her share some of her freaking tips on these Instagram reels and all of that stuff. Yeah. And Janie, I'd like you to just share a little bit of what this business has done for you, just like even mentally since you got back in it, just real quick. Just kind of inspires me for other people.
All right. So just what this has done for me mentally, as she was saying, when I got pregnant the second time and was still doing nursing and stuff, after I had my second kid, I struggled so hard with postpartum depression. If you've had that, oh my gosh, it is just exhausting. So I just knew that I needed to change something. I didn't know what it was. And that's kind of leads into where she was saying how I just jumped on a prayer Zoom one morning. That's exactly why I did it. I didn't know if that was what was going to help me or not, but it kind of just took me down and just led me into all this. And I feel good. I feel really good. My confidence is up through the roof. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that. But yeah, so even though I'm technically a double diamond, I know that I think last time I looked, I'm a ruby. So I like to think of myself that way just because I know I can tell myself, hey, you're going to be double diamond, next month, next 2 months, next 3 months. I can make that my goal and not just say that I already am, because that's something I want to work for. So anyway, so I do have a few social media tips, kind of just to hit off of what they've already said, with Facebook and your posts being you. My tip for that is I like to stay clear from like product posts that aren't yours or that aren't you. So of course, if you don't have anything, go ahead, use them from the boards. That's why they're there. But I like to use ones where, like, if my face doesn't even have to be in the picture. I could be a freaking mess from being up all night with the kids or whatever. But if you're just holding your 2 little gummies, they know that's you, and they know that you have these products. You're not just joining just to sell. That they know that you are wanting to help other people. Just the fact that they can see that it's you, it makes a huge difference. I get so much more engagement when it's a picture that I took of my coffee or my gummies or my thermophyte, rather than just pulling one off of Pinterest or the boards. Of course, like I said, if you don't have those products in hand that you can take a picture of, that's fine. That's why we put those pictures in the boards. Definitely utilize those. But and if you can get your face in it too, that's even better. But it is really helpful to try to just put you into those product posts. Also, speaking of Facebook, I know that we kind of talk about like Reels and TikToks and how these platforms, these other platforms are like booming right now, and they really are. But I just want to say that Facebook is our baby. It's always going to be our baby. That's where most of the magic happens. So if you haven't gotten Facebook quite down yet, focus on that, because that's what's going to get you to your goals first. Once you get that down, once you kind of get in your routine and groove with that, then start playing around with Reels, because they are so much fun. But definitely get Facebook down first. All right, now to the fun stuff. I love Reels. I love TikToks. So if you are to that point and you can start creating content like that, my tip for those is I make them all in one day. I will literally do 10 minutes in one shirt. I'll go switch my shirt and do 10 minutes in another. I might even do something different with my hair because I'm not getting done up every day of the week. I'm not doing that. I don't have time for that. I don't want to. And makeup's expensive, so don't do that. I like to do it on like a weekday when my husband's not here, so he doesn't have to make fun of me while I'm making them. But just get them all made. Even if you come across some sounds and you're like, oh, this is trending or this is really good, I don't know how I'm going to use it yet. Make it anyway, because that idea can come to you later on and you can go back to your draft and be like, okay, this is the words I'm going to put in there. So just make a bunch up. You might not use them all, you might, but at least you have them. So that's what I do as far as making them all. Now timing, I'm still trying to get that down, but of course, like if you can post one a day, post one a day. If you can post 2 to 3 a day, definitely try to get those out there, because these platforms, they want people to be using and utilizing their platform. So if you keep pushing all this content out, they're going to keep pushing your content out. So I like to do 2 to 3 a day. And with that being said, I have my little time method of when I post them. So like 9 a.m. prime time, definitely 9 a.m. Don't skip it. Then I guess it depends on your crowd. My crowd's moms, obviously. So there's this like drop off time. Moms are like, or I guess when they're picking their kids up from school, they're like waiting in line. 3 to 5 is another good time. That's another time I use. And then in the evening, nighttime. So like 8 to 9 p.m. I'll post my last one. I find that the morning one's the best one. Evenings probably second best. So if you only have 2 to post, do it morning, night for sure. But if you can get 3 out, try to get 3 out. If you can only get 1, that's still amazing. Let's see. And if we have time, I have one more tip. So with posting every day, we always talk about posting at least 3 posts a day. For me, I like to do a product post, a business opportunity post, and then lifestyle or not, it works related. So with posting those, I know some people like to do their coffee one every morning, but more so like a product coffee post. And that's fine because it is relative. You do drink your coffee in the morning, but if you start switching up the times you're posting these certain kinds of posts, so like say today I posted a biz opportunity in the morning, product post in the around noon, lunchtime, and then a lifestyle post at night. Tomorrow I'm going to do it different. So tomorrow I might do a lifestyle post in the morning because I'm going to reach a whole different crowd at each time. So people who are seeing all these product posts in the morning, they're missing my biz op ones in the evening. So that's why I want to switch it up. And then you're kind of just reaching people differently in that sense, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that was a great tip because she was telling me that today, and and I'm guilty of that too. I was like, man, I never thought of that. And this is why I like bringing on people that are either new into the business, because I want to start hearing from some new distributors that are coming in and just killing it. Because we've been in the business for a while, and we've got our tips. Um, and a lot of it can get repetitive, and a lot of people will stop popping on these because they just keep hearing the same thing. But I'm telling you, you're going to hear the same thing over and over again. It may not click until that 10th Zoom, and that's what it does with me. But when she said that today, I always posted, and I would preach to my team too. I always did a morning lifestyle, non-business copy, and then midday I would do a opportunity kind of lifestyle, like what am I doing for the day because of this business. And then the evening it was always a product post, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try it different. I posted my afternoon post, like, man, it took all I had to not post it. I was like, this is driving me crazy because I'm so set on my time. And so I waited till 5 o'clock to put up my other post, and then I threw up another post at 8 or right before this Zoom. But that is a great idea, because if you guys get intentional, so even with her posting on the IGs and Reels, so I took some notes when she was talking about this. If you want to really take your business somewhere, start treating it like a business. So start thinking, like, get intentional. So what I was showing Janie today was, if you go to Messenger, and I do this a lot, and if I could just record the times, I need to just like start recording it on my phone or something, because if you go to your Messenger and you hit the people over in the corner, that little people icon, it will show you how many people are online, okay, that are your friends. So like right now it says 658 online right now. I don't know what all your guys' says. Go look at it. Write it down right now. Say it's 9:45. That's the number that people are on. Kind of keep a tally all week. So midday, I checked it earlier. I'm like, let's just see how many. So I'm going to be able to start figuring out my own algorithm. When are my people mostly on? The other way I do it too is I pretend like I'm going to go post, and I'll click live. I'll click a live. I'm not going to go live. I'm not. I'll even make sure my camera's not even pointing at me so I don't accidentally hit it. But I'll hit, like I'm going to post, I'll hit live. And if you just give it a second, it'll tell you how many people are online. So if I'll look at that before I'll put up a post. If it says I only have 200 people online, I'm like, I think I'll wait a little bit, and I'll check it a little bit later. And then it'll say 800 people. I'm like, okay, now post. So you can kind of figure out your own algorithm. I mean, you can Google it, Google perfect times, but the way I look at that is may not be the perfect time for my people. It could be different. And then maybe I am missing some people by not putting a product post up in the morning instead of in the evening. So I think I'm going to start alternating around, just playing with it and just kind of, feeling it out, seeing if my numbers change, my responses change, play with it, just because if you're stuck, don't sit there and just be like, I'm stuck. Nobody wants this, whatever. No, you need new people, and you need to get creative. Okay. I need to just really look at what I'm doing. What do I need to change? Am I sharing myself on Facebook? Is my Facebook welcoming? Do I have a picture on my profile page that's just my eyeballs? No, X, guys. You want a picture of you? And if you got babies, you better have those babies on there. If you got animals, put those animals up. People love babies and animals. They love that. They love that. So look at your Facebook. Look at how many your friends list is growing. Look how many inboxes you're getting into. Like, are you interacting with these people? So that was the other thing I wanted to say on was the interacting with how I added friends, because somebody asked. The way I do it is I got into groups. Okay, this is not my first place that I go to, but I got into groups that are either cows, gardening, canning, anything that I like. So at least I'm enjoying it while I'm in there. And then I'm like commenting on posts. Like I'll try and comment in that group some posts once a day or every couple of days. And then the other people commenting on that post or liking or interacting in that group, they're seeing my name. They're seeing it. Half of my distributors on here I met through my cow group. Don't everybody go to cow groups and think I'm going to go find all my distributors there. It's not the case. We have something in common. So, and you add people and then you get to know them. So what I do is every morning I get up, I go to my newest friends first. Okay. These are the people that have accepted my friend's request the most recent. And I spend as much time as I can, but I want to try and get through at least 20 of them. Like I'll just go down the list from the top to the bottom. I'll write down where I left off for the next day, but hopefully I've got new friends the next day. But I will go to their wall. I'm going to do what Casey Morgan, his biggest tip is go like or love on 3 posts, comment on 2, and then he would say comment on a story. I kind of changed it up. I go love on 2 posts, I comment on 1, and then I go to their friends list. If it's present, I look at their friends list. I'm like, oh, she looks like somebody else. And I try to add 2 people from every person that I'm going to their wall to interact. I'm going to try and add 2 people, minimum 1. Because for one, they're probably seeing me comment on their friend's wall. Axel, not asshole. Axel, that's my dog. Just clear that up, you guys. I'm not mean to my dog. But that is why I named him that, so I could get away with that. So you're interacting on their wall. They're going to see that you have a mutual friend. And more than likely, if you became friends with them, it's because you had something in common. More than likely, you'll have something in common with them. So that's like my favorite way to add people. And then I may even go into that person's friends list and that person's friends list. That's my absolute favorite way to add people. And then you're interacting. I'm all about multitasking. You're interacting and adding same time while you're drinking your coffee. Do 2 things at once. And I don't have time to sit here and do that all day. Then the rest of the day, you can just keep doing that little by little. The other way I like to add, and this is like I was explaining to some of the DTs earlier, is like on Instagram. I made the mistake on Instagram by just going and like, I mean, there's so many different ways you can add people on there, but I was like, I need 100 followers. I'm not big on Instagram. So I was just like, follow. And then now I'm having to go in and unfollow all these people because they're not even freaking active. They're like, haven't even been on Instagram since 2017. So I wasted my numbers. So the way I like to add is I go do the same thing. I go on the Instagram, I scroll the news feed, and I don't give Instagram as much time. I do at least 4, the first 4 real people. It's not a sponsored ad. I'll go to theirs, I'll love on their post, and I'll drop a comment. And they're like, pretty popular people, and they have like 50 likes on that post. Okay, I'm gonna hit the likes. Who all liked it? And I'm just gonna slowly scroll through that and follow. Not just everybody. If their name is spelled in Japanese with weird writing, probably don't want to add. Okay, I don't add men. I purposely don't add men. So be intentional, but I'll go to the likes because those people are obviously active on Instagram because they just like on this person. So that's how you'll eliminate adding people that aren't active. So that's my tip on Instagram. And then I like Janie's tip about, because I'm really bad on TikToks. Tay probably stays a bomb on it too. She probably does this as well. But I personally I'm like, shoot, okay, I did my hair today. I'm gonna have to do videos. And I don't get as much content up. And I don't change my shirt all the time. Like she's a pro on that. Like I just posted 3 videos, they're all have the same shirt on, but I'm like, I don't care, that's me. It's just me. I'm putting them up anyway. So but I liked what she said. So I actually went to her TikToks yesterday and got stuck there because I was like, I love all these sounds. So I just did little videos with me and that sound, and I didn't put any words. I'll put the words to them later. But that way I just saved it. And then like today I got up and I was like, oh, I could do this one. I got the words for it or whatever. And if you don't like your draft, your sound's already there. You can re-record it. Maybe you look better today. So you're going to re-record it. But you've already got it there in your draft. It's already an idea. It's already quick to put up. And I ended up having like 10 videos in my drafts now that I can use for the rest of the week. It was a total game changer. So definitely try and do that. Um, let me see. Tay, do you have anything you want to add on this? I had so many notes. I can't
Can you
remember.
hear me? This was all so good, and you guys shared really valuable tips. Just to recap, engaging, adding new friends, that's so important. You should be doing that daily in your business. Being yourself, like Bree said, showing people who you are, letting people get to know you, like you, trust you. That's so crucial to be building a business, because this is a relationship type business where people are going to buy from people that they know and that they like and that they trust. And so showing up your most authentic self is always so important. Only value I could add is, kind of just giving you guys some different ideas of types of content to be putting out there. I kind of view this as just kind of the different realms of categories of different types of content that, as I'm creating content, I'm either pulling from one of these things. The first one is educational. The second is promotional. The third is entertaining. The fourth is engaging. The fifth is lifestyle / showing you. And so just kind of going through these, educational. So what I want to teach people, for me, health is really big. I love to work out. I'm really big into fitness. I need to get back on my macro train, but I was really good about tracking macros. And so that was something I could educate people about: good form, different workouts, like sharing health tips, sharing cooking recipe tips, like something to inform people about how to become healthier. That's just something that's my niche. Promotional. So promotional content, that's posting about the business, posting about the products, posting about host to post. That all falls in promotional content. Number 3, entertaining. So I personally like to make people laugh. I like to share funny memes. I like to, when I'm doing TikToks and Reels, I'm really showing my personality, and I want to make people be like, oh, this girl, I get her, she's funny. And so I'm creating content that is entertaining for people. And if you're putting out entertaining content, people are going to like it. They're going to share it. They're going to comment on it because it's entertaining. And so entertaining is always a good category to, kind of pull some content through. 4 is engaging. So this could be as simple as asking a question. This could be getting people's opinions in your story, which, if you don't do this daily, this is something that's so simple. You go to Pinterest, you find a colorful background, a sparkle background, you put it up on your story, and you just put a poll. And you put a poll, maybe do a couple slides of it. And people love to vote on polls. And don't make it about the business. Do a poll that says, like, I went to college, I didn't go to college. I'm a mom, I'm not a mom. Working from home, or I'm working in person. Just creating questions catered kind of to your audience, and getting that engagement on your story so you can get to know your audience is really cool too. Especially using that feedback. So if you know you have a lot of moms on your page, then you can start producing more mom content. Or if you know you have a lot of college students on your page because tons of them voted that they're in college, then you can kind of, create content around people that are in college and talking about college tuition and college debt or whatever. So those engaging stuff is really cool, and it boosts your page. So if you have people voting in your story, your feed is going to constantly be being pushed to the beginning of the news feed. So you're going to have more people seeing your feed if tons of people are voting on your content. Same for your page. If you're putting an engagement status up on Facebook and tons of people are commenting on it, your page is now boosted in the algorithm. So more people are going to come across your posts, more people are going to come across your reels, more people are going to come across your page, because there's so much activity going on that one post that everything else gets boosted. A really quick tip: if I'm about to post about the products, or I'm about to post about the business opportunity, I try to make my post before that an engagement post. So that way my page is hot in the newsfeed, and then within an hour, I'll make that post about the business, or I'll make that post about the products, and so many people see it because my page is already boosted in the newsfeed. So that's kind of a quick tip with engagement. The last one is lifestyle. Obviously, Bree covered that: showing yourself, showing your face, showing your life, your family, being vulnerable with your story. So huge. And just kind of sprinkling yourself into the mix of all that. But yeah. I don't want to keep us too long. This was so good, you guys. Like Tracey had said, find leaders, find people to get inspired by. You don't have to recreate the reel with promotional content and TikToks and reels. Like, use the contents that's out there and that's working. Recreate it for yourself, and then figure out all those other content wheels of how can you show up your most authentic self. Yeah, that's all I have.
Yeah, go to other people's TikToks and just get ideas. You'll find, and they find sounds that I don't find, or see what they're doing with them. Just Google things, Google trainings, get on YouTube and say, how to make a TikTok or whatever. Be, I can't think of the word, intentional with what you want to do and what you want to find. Don't wait for, don't wait for somebody to sit there and show you. Go for it. Just go and really start evaluating, all of these things about your business. Put up a post that maybe says, "What do you think of when you hear my name?" That's a good post. Don't do a giveaway on it. Just say, uh, "What do you think of when you hear my name?" Because that's going to give you an idea of what your followers think of. Like, if I put that up, they would say cows, coffee, grandbabies, instantly. That's exactly what they would say. So maybe put a post up like that and kind of see what people say. Then you kind of have an idea of who you're going to be providing value to, and you can direct. So think about who's following you. Who are your friends? Why were they your friends before this business? Because you had something in common. So try to cater to that, and then drip this stuff in. One last thing I want to share, and then I'll do it. We're gonna pray this out. We're gonna get on with this night. Is sharing this one last thing I wanted to say. So you see a post on somebody else's wall, not a distributor or anything, just somebody else, and it's funny or it's like a recipe or something that you love, and you're like, "Oh my God, I love that!" And you click that share button to share it over to your wall so all your friends can see it. The minute you do that, you have literally knocked yourself down. I don't know how many points on the algorithm. Every time you do that, when you share it to your wall, don't click and share somebody else's post. This is what you want to do. And I do this all the time. I'm like, I see a meme or something. I'm either going to screenshot it, save that picture. I'm going to copy the words that water bottle post I put up the other day. Instead of sharing it from this thing, I just told, like, I want to steal this. I copied the words, took a picture, and put it on my wall. Now everybody's loving my post. So I posted it. I didn't share it from her while I posted it myself. Now everybody's sharing my post and commenting on mine. If I had shared it from hers, they would all be going over to her Facebook to read that post. So now you distracted them away for one. And algorithm Facebook, and I showed the algorithm video, watch it. It's got some great tips in there and it explains that. But sharing is like the biggest algorithm killer. Hitting the blue thumbs up, another big algorithm killer. Facebook wants everybody to love and connect. So they want to know that you took the effort to actually post something of yourself, of your own. And they also want to know that you chose these other little emojis. You took the time to choose instead of just hitting that like. Then they're like, they're not going to put your stuff out there. So that's just my other tip on the algorithm. So I hope this helped you guys. Chrissy, did you have a question? I see you got your hand raised. How funny. I never seen that before. I was like, what?
I do. I have a quick question about Instagram. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to expose myself more on Instagram. So my question is, sometimes I'll find a post that's somewhat long that really hits home to me. I tweak it a bit, but I find that I have to retype the whole thing. Is there any way around that or no? Because what I'm doing now is I have my old phone that I'm actually taking the picture and then I'm retyping it on my new phone, but that it takes time, right?
I hate that because I see such good things on Instagram and it does not let you copy and paste. So if you ever find out how to do that, please let me know.
Okay.
But what I have done is that I'm like, well, I know this girl is on Facebook too. So I'll go look at their Facebook page because she probably posted it there too.
Which then
So,
you can copy from the Facebook page.
Then you can copy and paste. Sometimes you'll get lucky there.
Oh.
Otherwise, I just screenshot it and I may
Okay.
retype it later, but I probably won't. But that's my tip on that.
Okay,
So
thanks.
yeah, good question. Let me know if you do find that out.
I will.
All right. I hope this helped you guys. Go look in the notes. If you missed it or got on late or whatever, just drop something in the post in our team chat and I'll reshare it there. I'll try and go over there probably in the morning and reshare the links and the messaging that I shared for you guys. I shared that DT messaging, the upsell from an LC to a PDT. That is gold, literally gold. So I am going to say a prayer because I feel like God was here with us because he's what leads my business. So if you're not religious or whatever, that's okay. But I am, and I want to pray over everybody that got on here because I honestly feel that he's got something major. I can just feel it. He's got something major coming for all of us this year. This year's going to be different. It definitely can't be like the last two, can it? It can't. It can't. God, please no. Not with the business, but just with everything. With everything. Okay. So, Lord, I just want to say thank you for these amazing people that got on here, the ladies that spoke, that shared, the people that got on here just to learn and grow. I just want to ask that you bless them with some confidence in themselves, and you just light a fire, spark that fire that some of us just feel has been dim. That you just spark that in us tonight. Let us all just go lay our heads on our pillows, Lord. We're going to hand you all our work that we've done today. We're just going to hand it over to you and not pick it back up until in the morning. We're going to give it to you, and we ask that you bless all of the work that we've done. We ask that you just help us to trust you and have faith that you have a plan for us, that we use this business as a servant, a way to serve you, a vessel to serve you, to help others. We ask that you just bring people into our lives, cross our paths that are meant to be here with us, that we can help. We just ask that you let us serve you, Lord, and we ask for amazing abundance for our businesses if we work it from the right place of our heart. And we know you're here with us because you brought us all here. So we pray all these things, Lord. We're handing you all of our work today. Please bless it. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, you guys. Go put your phones down. Go close your eyes because we already handed it to God. Aaron's probably like, ah, get to work. No, it's like, what? No, seriously. You got to get your rest. So put your phones down if you're at that point in the evening. Close your eyes. You give it to God. He's going to bless it. We're going to get up in the morning and we're just going to be on fire. We're going to be on fire. And we're going to see what he brings. We're going to see what he brings to us. But you got to have faith. And you got to put in the work. Okay? He gave us feet, not roots. He gave us feet. We got to keep moving. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for hopping on. And we will see you tomorrow.